lovelies! Welcome back to the channel. I am so excited to be back and chatting with you guys again. We are of course doing a chatty get ready with me today, so a lot of talking, a lot of makeup. I really love this jewellery combination, but I'm not loving the combination of these earrings with this hair because the little legs get looped in there. Don't know how long these will last today, but anyway, yeah, it's been a little while. I'm going to catch up with everything I've been doing and yeah, can't wait to have a little chat, so off we go. Hello! Okay, let's begin. I actually tried to record this the other day and then I looked back at the footage yesterday, or today? When was that? I'm very lost, and I just absolutely hated it. Plus, like, I had eaten like right before I sat down to record and I had like seeds in my teeth. I was like, right now, no, can't be doing it. So we're back and I'm just, I'm really like happy and excited to be back and talking to you guys though, because obviously I have been away for a little bit, which I am sorry about, but at the same time I've just been having a really good time and I just feel like I'm making up for like a decade of lost time at the minute. So, but I have set myself a goal to get a lot of work done this week, and I have to some extent. Like, John, right, makeup first. What am I doing with my face? I think I'm just gonna do like the same look that I've been doing constantly for the past couple of months now, just like in different colour forms. Like people keep asking, like there's like this and this. That's all the same makeup look, just with different colours. So I think I'm just gonna do that. Probably the grey version. Okay, so yeah, I actually have been pretty productive this week, which maybe hasn't been super apparent online because it's all been sort of more behind the scenes productivity, but yeah, no, I'm really glad because last week I was like dead. Like I was so tired. I feel like I was sleeping like 16 hours a day. I didn't have the energy for anything. And I wasn't like super sure why, but like the week before that I'd been in London, which I'll talk about soon, but I'd been in London and then like the second I got back from London I started going out with my friends like pretty much every day. So the whole week then after getting back was like, so like London was go and like so hot, so and then as soon as I got back it was like go, and then also I got my contraceptive implant replaced, so I kind of thought it was just a mixture of being a bit burnt out and then like maybe the hormones of that messing me up, and I imagine those things did contribute, but then I realised that the last time I felt that tired was the last time I stopped drinking Monster. And can you guess who started drinking Monster again? So yeah, it was bloody caffeine withdrawals. So I was just like constantly exhausted, horrible headaches for a while there, but powered through, forced myself to take a couple of days to do like literally nothing, because I feel like even usually on the days that I do nothing, I'm like stressing and like trying to make myself do stuff, and so it's like not actually any rest or relaxation, if you get what I mean. So I had like a day or two of like actually nothing, and I just like ate a lot of like vegetables and nutritious food, and then like I got a B12 shot and I'm feeling a lot fucking better now, and this week I've been getting shit done, so happy about that. So yeah, I guess I'll just give you all a bit of a life update here. I guess I'll start with London since I've already mentioned that. So yeah, I was in London, was that 2 weeks ago? No, I don't know. I was in London anyway, recently, and it was really nice. It started chaotically. I missed my well, I didn't miss my flight. Like, I've flown from that airport a lot. I generally know like how the times work. So I turned up at a time that usually would be acceptable, but for some reason they closed the bag drop-off like really early this time around. And yeah, they wouldn't let me drop off my bag, so they wouldn't let me get on the flight. So I technically missed my fucking flight, and I was panicking. That has never happened to me before. I was like, oh my god, what the hell? And like, I was trying to think of all my options, but I had a tattoo appointment booked in London at 2 o'clock that day, and I was like, I'm not about to cancel on someone and like, you know, fucking like make them miss out on a day of work or whatever. So a whole big panic, and British Airways were not fucking helpful in the slightest, and they were quite rude to be honest. So that was like a whole big kerfuffle, and my only option it was Belfast City going to London City as well, because that's like the easiest, but missed that, and the next available flight to anywhere in London was Heathrow, so I just had to book a whole new flight to bloody Heathrow, which is not the best way to start the trip. Did that, got there, got into London just about in time to get to Rolly's place, drop off my suitcase. I wanted to like, because I was meant to be arriving in London quite early, and my whole plan was like to get there and have some time to chill and then like put on a nice outfit because I was going to go get my tattoo, and then I was going to meet Rolly and Luxaria and we were going to go into Camden later, and then I was going to meet Moose and Nikki while we were there, and it, like, you know, I wanted to look cute. No, absolutely none of that happened. Got to Rolly's place, had just about enough time to throw on some eyebrows and like take my leggings off because London was a million degrees, and then zoom straight back out the door to get to Kentish Town to go get my tattoo, which was the back of my ankles, which... nippy. But yeah, so I turned up just looking and feeling like a slug. I felt like a slug that entire like 3 or 4 days that I was there. It was so hot and I was so sweaty, and the last time I went to London for some reason it was also really hot, which is stupid because it was in March, so it shouldn't have been that hot, but it was. So there are people now in my life that I've met multiple times, or even just the people I've met the once, who have only known me in my sweatiest form, and that doesn't sit right with me. There are people I consider friends who only know the very slimy, sweaty version of me, and that is upsetting. So, the next time I go to London, it had better be fucking cold, because I am done with this. Oh, but yeah, so zoomed on over to get my tattoos, and that all went really well. The person doing those spooks, he's Nocturum on Instagram. He's like, if you find the tattoos on my Instagram, he's tagged in those. And that was like my first time meeting him and stuff, and he was really, really nice. Got through the tattoos okay. Like, the back of the ankles, like most of it, like it hurt, but it was like bearable, but it was like, yeah, this sucks. But there was only like 1 or 2 bits where I was like, holy fuck. It was like, whoo. But I think it was like when it went like right down like to my heel. I think it was around there maybe that was like, but yeah, got through that, very happy with them. They're really, really cute. After that I did go and meet Rolly and Luxaria in Camden. We had a little wander around, went to Cyberdog. I've been doing this for ages. I feel like I just keep re-blending this when it doesn't need it anymore because I'm distracted. Yes, met in Camden. We had a little look around some of the shops. Went to Cyberdog, which just like every time I'm in Camden I seem to go to Cyberdog, even though I haven't really worn Cyberdog in years. It's just like, I don't know, it's just nostalgia at this point. It's just what you do. It's so hot though. I feel like if anywhere needs aircon, it is fucking Cyberdog. But yeah, we did that, we got some food, met up with Moose and Nikki. Moose gave me the coolest fucking hoodie in the entire world. I'm obsessed with it. You can see it on my Instagram for sure. I'm gonna be doing like a little collaboration video with them soon, so you'll see it in that as well. But if you want to have a peek now, there's definitely at least one picture on my Instagram of me wearing it, and it's awesome. Didn't get to spend a ton of time with Moose and Nikki just because by that point it was like the evening. I had been up since 5 AM, I had missed a flight, I had been rushing around, I was very tired, very sweaty. I had only eaten once that day, like I didn't even get time to eat before my tattoo, which, you know, I know you're like not supposed to do, but there was no time. So like whenever we got food, it was like 7 o'clock or something by that point, and that was the first time I'd had a chance to eat all day. Like I was so wrecked. Like, oh my god, I hate any of the pictures from that day. I'm just like, goblin. Yeah, after that then we just went back to Rolly's place and had a nice chill evening. And then, see, right, the ankle tattoos, that was my own, I was only planning on getting that done going to London. I was like, I'm going to London, I'll get a tattoo on there. A tattoo, well, 2 because it's a pair, but you know, I'm counting it as 1 because it's like 1 experience. I was like, a tattoo, a singular tattoo, as just a little reminder of my London trip. But I have no self-control and opportunities fell into my lap. I look like Uncle Fester right now, just bear with me. Opportunities fell into my lap. I couldn't say no. So then Saturday came along, because I flew on the Friday, so then Saturday came along. And so off I went to, I actually don't even, Vanagon Tattoo Studio. I can't remember where in London that is. Near Bethnal Green, I think. Whenever I was trying to leave, I walked too far, walked the wrong way or something, and ended up at, like near the Last Tuesday Society, and I was like, that's not right. So it's within walking distance of the Last Tuesday Society, I know that much. Went there, got a little bit lost on the way, found it okay, and I got my head tattooed by Chloe White, who is also an absolute, like everyone that I met that weekend was just really sweet, which is always nice because I'm quite nervous meeting new people. And it's also like, I don't know, like because my past 20 or so tattoos, I think, have been by like friends of mine. I've gotten used to that kind of dynamic, so it was a little bit nerve-wracking going to like people I hadn't met before to like get my body permanently marked, which is usually how it works with whenever you go get a tattoo, and you know, I've obviously done it before. I just hadn't done it in a while, so it felt strange. So yeah, like 2 days in a row of doing that was like, you know, I was a little nervous, but everyone was so fucking sweet. Everyone was really, really nice. Both Chloe and Spooks, just like the second I started talking to them, like, you know, I was just comfortable, felt like, you know, at ease. It was nice. So yeah, Chloe's absolutely lovely, and we did my head, which was very fun. That was the first time I've ever gone. Where is my makeup brush? For fuck's sake. I need to tidy this desk. I'm slowly making my way through the house and sort of, well, I'll talk about house updates as soon as I find my makeup brush and get done with all the London talk. First time getting a like freehand tattoo, which was also like a little bit nerve-wracking, you know, because I'm used to like seeing a stencil beforehand and be able to look at that and stuff. But I trusted Chloe and I'm glad I did because it turned out awesome. So yeah, she has like doodled it on my head in Sharpie. I won't talk too much about it actually because a lot of people have asked if I will do a like whole video on my head tattoo. I got a lot of requests for that, and at first I thought like a little bit odd just because I haven't really had that many requests to do something like that for any of my other tattoos, but then I guess it is like a more unusual area. Like it's not super rare or anything, but you know, like I feel like pretty much everyone who has any tattoos probably has some on like their arms or their legs, but I guess like not as many people have it on their head, because I mean, how many people even have their head like shaved for that? I don't know. So I guess it is like a little more unusual than some other tattoos, so I can definitely, I did like a little thing on Instagram and asked people to send in like their specific questions. If you also want to fire any like very specific like head tattoo questions in the comment section here, you can. And yeah, I'll do like a little video about my experience of that and the healing and all the rest. But yeah, got that done. Very nice. Zoomed on back to Rolly's place and we got ready for Slimelight, which was very exciting because I've been meaning to go to Slimelight for so long. I think I first started hearing about it when I was like 14 and I obviously really wanted to go then, but could not, you know, underage. And I've been meaning to go since I was like 18, but just sort of like never got around to it, and like, I don't know how to say it. It wouldn't have been fun. It just, the circumstances before, it just, the joy would have been sucked out of it, it wouldn't have been fun. But yeah, so whenever Rolly like messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, do you want to come to Slimelight on whatever day, I was like, yes I do. So I booked my flight and off I went. So yeah, I got my head tattooed, zoomed on back to Rolly's. Horrible tube ride. It was like, that was like the hottest day of the entire time I was there. I was so like tired and dehydrated. I think I also hadn't really eaten a whole lot that day either because the heat just kills my appetite for one, and then just because I was like constantly zooming around. So I was like already like, you know, exhausted, but then the tube was unbearably hot as it was. And then I accidentally ended up on a tube of people all trying to get to Wembley to go see Coldplay, so it was like so fucking packed. There were so many people like crammed onto this tube and there was like no oxygen. It was seriously like, I started feeling like really woozy, which like has happened to me before in like really crowded situations, so I think it is just like a lack of proper air and the heat. And like I started feeling my heart like beating wrong, like I was having like heart palpitations. I was like, am I like about to die on the tube? But yeah, got back, got ready, ordered like a little bit of food so I could like quickly inhale that before we had to go out. Does anyone else fucking love like going somewhere like new, like, you know, a different country or a different city or whatever, and like seeing what options there are on Deliveroo? I was like, ooh. Especially because like, you know, London compared to Northern Ireland has infinitely more shit. It was just, it's a sad thing to be excited about, but I was excited. But yeah, and Slimelight was pretty fun. I saw some people that I haven't seen in ages. I met some other people that I have known online for ages but never actually met. And I met quite a few of you lovelies. Viewing lovelies, that's a way to say that. So yeah, that was all really, really nice. And I did quite enjoy it. I've been to like the venue so many times. I've been to Electroworks like a bunch of times, but always for, like, not loads, but it's always been for something else. Like I went to Voodoo the last time I was in London, and before that I'd been to like a few private events and stuff there. But first time at Slimelight, so you know, like different crowd, different music, and I enjoyed it. We spent most of the time in like one of the, I don't know, is it like EBM? Is that the type of music? Some sort of electronic music room, which was okay. It's not super my thing. I did hear some of the other rooms playing like Sisters of Mercy and She Wants Revenge and stuff, and that was like a little more my vibe, but I didn't really care enough to be like, no, I want to go to those rooms. Like I was just happy to go where everyone else wanted to go, so. But I still had a very good time. Glad I finally got to go. Would happily go again. So then on the Sunday, because it had just been chaos the past 2 days, Rolly and I decided to just have like a chill movie day. And like we'd been talking the night before, I can't remember like how it came up, but we'd been talking the night before about the Final Destination movies. And I was saying like I hadn't seen any of them since I was like a kid. Like it's been so long since I watched any of them, like couldn't even remember like which ones I had seen and all that. So we decided to have like a little Final Destination marathon. I think we got through 3 of them because we also recorded a collaboration for Rolly's channel that day. But yeah, so we sat and had a little Final Destination day, and that was very fun. We had Taco Bell for breakfast, which was also very fun because we don't have Taco Bell here. So I was like, oh my god, yes, please. So we ordered that and like some bubble tea, and that was great. I kind of like didn't notice until we're already halfway through this idea that like maybe watching all the Final Destination movies the day before I had to take a tube to the airport to fly in a plane to come back and drive on the highway home wasn't maybe the smartest of all the things I could have done, but it was fun anyway. I really enjoyed it, and it was fun recording for Rolly's channel. I really wanted to do a video for my channel, but I just couldn't think of anything that I wanted to do in time, and of course like 5 minutes before we're due to record an idea popped into my head, but like it was something that would have required some like, you know, planning and preparation, and I was like, fuck! So didn't get to do it this time, but we're gonna do it next time. I think Rolly and Luxaria are gonna come and visit me at some point, so maybe we could do it then. This is the problem, it looks like it's not going on in, you see it in a different light, and there's a lot of it, oh dear. And yeah, the next day just final little catch up, packed up my stuff, and then off I went, and then on the way to the airport, I tripped and I fell back into the tattoo, oh I did, what was the tattoo studio that I went to on the Friday? Hidden Hands in Kentish Town. On the way to the airport I tripped and I fell into Hidden Hands, and I got 2 more little tattoos because, again, I can't be trusted. I have no self-control. So I got a little Mercury symbol on my thumb, and then like a little ant up here to add to my bug arm, which is coming along, sort of coming along nicely. It's like going very slow now, which is infuriating, but at least there is a new little addition now, so very good. I just really want to get it. This gap, that is driving me insane. I do know what I want there, at least for some of it. It's just a case of getting it done. So yes, back with Spooks on the Monday before my flight. Got those. Very happy. And then I got to the airport way too early this time, but I was like, do you know what? I'm not missing another flight, so wanted to make sure there was plenty of time. And yep, got home safely. Everything was a-okay. And that was my little trip to London. My sweaty, sweaty trip to London. God, the Sunday was so nice just because like even though it was still unbearably hot, at least we were just sitting very still on the sofa. I wasn't like running around and up and down stairs and going to tubes and ooh. I was so sad when I had to come home. I just had such a nice time. It was my first time seeing Rolly and Luxaria in a very long time. I think the last time I saw them was like the January right before COVID. It's like lockdown started in March. I saw them like that January. When was Darren Gray? January or February? January might have been Barcelona. I can't even remember at this point. Speaking of Barcelona, I should be going very soon, hopefully. Yes, Barcelona, finally going back soon. Maybe towards the end of September here. I'm not super sure, which is what I need to talk to my dad about, but I'm very excited to finally go back after all this fucking time. Like, it's ridiculous. But also just I couldn't earlier this year because I was busy with the house stuff and all of that. So, yeah, very much looking forward to that. Dad, my dad. WhatsApp. There we go. Okay, so yes, aiming to be in Barcelona towards the end of September. There's some like sort of like festival thing on. Originally my mom wanted to go like with me for that, and I was like, yep, let's go, there's a festival. She was very excited. Turns out when I said festival she thought I meant like music festival. I did not. It's like a citywide like, I don't know, cultural festival I guess, and apparently people like dress up as devils and throw fireworks at you. Whenever she found out that's what it was, she was much less enthusiastic, so she doesn't want to go to that anymore. I still do, so I can always go to Barcelona with her a different time, but I think I might try and make it over for that, maybe? So, we will see. This battery's about to die. I think I've got another one charged somewhere. I'll figure that out whenever it dies. I'll just keep talking until that happens, because I can't be bothered getting up right now. So yeah, that's the plan for that, and then I'm hoping to be in London again, sort of end of October, start of November. I just need to figure out what way to work that, because there's 2 different events that I want to go to with a friend, about a week apart, and I kind of don't want to fly out, fly back, and then like a few days later fly out and fly back. So if I could just stay in London for that whole time, it would be a lot easier, but also that's more expensive, so I don't know, I need to save up and figure that out. If I could be in London for that whole week, that would be great, because I would be able to finally vlog, because every time I go to London it's such a short trip, and it's so busy and everything's so packed in that I feel like I just don't get a chance to vlog because I'm already rushing so much and then trying to remember to bring out the camera and record stuff like while that's going on and like other people are waiting for me. It's too much pressure. Whereas if I was there for like a week, I've got these 2 events and then in between I've got nothing planned, I would be able to just go and do things at a leisurely pace and bring you guys with me and record. So if I can save up and make that trip work, then that would be great, because I've been to London like fucking so many times. I've still like never been to Highgate Cemetery or anything like that. So yeah, I would really like to maybe do all that and take you guys along finally. I want to go to the park where the little green birds land on you. Like, I had really wanted to record on that trip that I've just got back from, but it just didn't work out that way. It was just constant. Plus I was so sweaty, I like, really wasn't up for it. But yeah, no, just I was like on the go so much. I did get some footage of me getting my head tattooed and stuff, but I'm going to put that in like the head tattoo video. So at least there's that. But yeah, very, very excited to go back, because I met some very, very nice people while I was there, and, you know, also got to see other friends, and it was just a very good time. When I came home I was miserable. Yeah, excited to see people again. I hate cameras. I'm looking in the mirror right now and I'm like, I look okay, and then I look over here and I'm like, oh, no I don't. So after my bedroom video, I didn't do a ton to the house for a while, because I think just, you know, like the past year was so chaotic, and it was just like, I mean, it would have been around this time last year I would have just moved house and was still in the process of moving house into the one in Lisburn. And then I was there for what, like 2 or 3 months, got fucking kicked out in the middle of the night, was homeless for 6 months living in like a almost abandoned building. Like, it's not properly abandoned, but it has the look of an abandoned building, and it doesn't have like hot water or heating or, you know, things a house would have, and it's an office space, so like, you know, there was all of that. So it was just like full survival mode, you know, couldn't just have a shower whenever I wanted. So then I finally got this place, and whenever I got this place I was like all go, making it like nice and livable and, you know, try and get it ready. And then whenever I got it to the point where it was like, you know, maybe not finished, but like comfortable, and it had the furniture and it was nice and like, you know, it's a nice safe space, I think I just kind of like flopped for a while. Like I was so burnt out and I could finally just relax, so I didn't make very much progress for a while there. The office is painted now. It's so hard to talk into your eyebrow. The office is painted. I got my streaming set up obviously because I have been streaming. I got that all set up, so the desk for that was put together. I think my friend helped me put that together. And then we got my streaming stuff set up. That was very exciting. And then for a little while there, the office was kind of just in chaos because, oh, well, my dad was over visiting right before I went to London, which is another reason that I have been gone for a bit, because while he was here I was obviously spending as much time as possible with him, because I only get to see him like once or twice a year. And while he was here, he helped me put up the clothing rails in here, which is my closet, which I have not really sorted out yet, but the clothing rails are up now. I have hung up exactly 3 things. I've made a start. So yeah, that's finally on the go. So yeah, he was here and he helped me set up my clothing rails. So like all of my clothes had been just sort of in a pile on the floor in here, basically like sort of in bags, but they'd spilled out. It was just like a bit chaotic. And then the office had like a bunch of like IKEA boxes and, you know, all the stuff from painting. So whenever my dad was coming to help me set up the clothing rails in here, I just kind of like had to move everything out of here. So I dumped like all the clothes and stuff out of here just into the office. So the office was just an absolute chaos of clothes and IKEA boxes and madness. It was bad. The day before yesterday, this all started because I was trying to edit a video the other day and I couldn't. I'll never forgive Apple for taking the USB slots and the card slots out of their fucking MacBooks and making it so you have to use a stupid little adapter if you want to use those things, because I have ADHD and I lose things. So I lost the little thing that I needed to attach my hard drive to my laptop, so I couldn't edit. So I was like, so that was the kick in the ass that I needed to finally put together the last IKEA desk, because it'd been sitting in the box in there for months. Just every time I thought about putting it together I was like, I'm so done with IKEA. But I couldn't edit because I couldn't find this little piece from my MacBook, so I was like, right, do you know what? I'm just gonna fucking put together the desk, get my iMac set up finally, and then I can use that to edit and I have a proper workstation. So I went in, the room was in chaos, and I was like, well, I can't very well set up the IKEA desk while this is going on, and that just sparked me into like a massive just cleaning frenzy. So I got the room like all properly like tidied up, set up, the computer, the iMac is set up, the desk is set up, I made it nice. And now, yeah, the office is functional. The only thing that's left to do is I have like a day bed still in the boxes down at my studio. I need to get my friends to help me get that because it's too heavy to carry it by myself. Once that's set up in there, then the room won't be like fully, it's not really decorated, it's like very barren and bare, but it'll be fully functional, and that's exciting. And right now it's functional that I can like use it to edit and stuff, so yay. So that's the update on the office. There will be some of that in a video, don't you worry. I am working on the next house update video. Like I said, I just got so off track for a while because I just finally got things to a comfortable level and I just stopped, which was nice. I really needed the break from everything and to just spend time with friends and just kind of enjoy life. But we're back to it now, so, and the fact that I've like started that now, it's like set me on a kick and now I just want to do everything. Like tearing myself away from like setting that stuff up today has been really hard, you know, like to record because I want to keep doing it. In fact, last night I was so like frustrated and wanted to like keep doing it that I got in my car with the intention of driving to Belfast to go to my studio to try, like, just to see if I could move those boxes by myself. But I didn't get very far up the road before I saw this poor little, like, clearly injured pigeon, like, hobbling across the road and, like, nearly getting hit by cars, and it, like, hopped up onto the pavement and onto this grass, and, like, there were people going by with dogs, and the dogs were trying to get it, and I was like, oh. So I just, like, pulled over the road really, like, over the side of the road really quickly and hopped out. And I went over and tried to scoop it up, but it like went into these bushes, so then I was like crawling through these bushes chasing this pigeon for like 10 minutes, like these really low, sorry about that, the battery died, yeah, like these really low bushes, so I'm crawling through them like, no, please, please come back, and people are walking by like just hearing this commotion from the bushes and they occasionally see me coming out and going back in, they're like, what the fuck. Finally got it, so I like went back to my car and I'm like holding this pigeon and I'm like, fucking now what, because I didn't have a box or anything with me, and I was like, I can't, like, you know, if I didn't like hold it firm, it was like thrashing around. I didn't want it to hurt itself more, so I had to just, I'm sitting there like, what the fuck do I do now? So I like had it like, you know, just held to my chest, and I was like trying to message people, and the poor wee thing, like whenever we first got in, like I could feel its heart like pounding. It was all understandably fucking terrified. So if I had to like sit there with it for quite a while, and I kind of noticed like the longer we sat and I just had it like against my chest, my heart was pounding, its heart was pounding, but eventually like it sort of calmed down, it stopped like fighting so much, and like I felt its wee heart rate like go back to normal, and I'm like, oh. Yeah, and I was like, fuck, I don't really know a lot of people in Bangor that I can message. Messaged one person, they didn't have any box, so I messaged another person, and thankfully the second person I messaged was able to come along with a box for me. Got the pigeon in the box, messaged my friend who does animal rescue, and then drove down to Belfast to meet her, hand over the pigeon, and now he's with her. She seemed optimistic that he would make a recovery and she was going to give him some pain relief and stuff, so hopefully that story will have a happy ending. Hopefully I'll get some updates, but yeah, that was like all chaos. So I never did get my day bed, but I saved a little life, hopefully, so yeah, so that still needs done, but I guess that was the universe telling me, don't try to move the stupid heavy boxes by yourself, just wait for friends. So that was my night. I need to finish my eyeliner, I will in a second, but... So yeah, that's the progress on the... So you've seen the bedroom is like done. I'll do more to it at some point, but it's, you know. That is the progress on the office, which I will put into a video. I need to see what all footage I already have. I know I've got footage of Sebastian coming home for the first time, so I need to see about that. And some other general house stuff. The closet you won't see for a while because it is still just absolute chaos in here. There's just stuff everywhere, but at least, you know, a start has been made, so that is that. The living room is like nice, but it's not painted or anything, because if you remember when I moved in here I was told not to paint anything, and then I was like, I like messaged the estate agent like a little while after and I was like, well, like what if I just paint the office, because like I'm only going to be painting it like a slightly paler pink than it already is anyway, so it's nothing crazy, and there's this hole in the wall, so I'd be you know, covering that up, and they were like, okay, you can paint the office. I was like, thank you. And like a couple of weeks later I was like, hey, I know you said not to paint anything else, but like my bed's coming soon, and if like, you know, if I don't paint the bedroom before the bed gets put in, I'm never going to be able to do it, so could I maybe just paint the bedroom before my bed gets here? And they were like, okay, you can paint the bedroom. So that was really, really nice of them, and I don't want to push it, so I think I'm going to leave it another few months and then maybe ask if I can paint the living room. And then that's all I want to paint, I think. Like, I don't care about painting in here, it's just a closet. That's probably better that it stays like a little bit bright. But yes, the living room is like the last one to tackle, but I'm not pushing my luck. I'm gonna wait a while before I ask if I can do that too. But there is other stuff I can show you. I keep thinking that you guys have seen a lot more of like the living room stuff than you have, and it's because I shared so much stuff on my Instagram, like on my stories and all of that, that in my head I'm like, yeah, like people have seen the living room, and I'm like, no wait, I actually haven't shown any of that on YouTube yet, I think. So like if that's part of the problem, I'm like, I've already shown it, and I'm like, oh no wait, no I haven't. I sort of have, but I haven't. So that will be coming soon. But yeah, that's the reason that I haven't had like many house update videos lately, is just because I just got so burnt out and I just spent some time just enjoying living in a house and having a kitchen that I can go to and make myself, but I didn't have a kitchen for 6 months. I didn't have any way of cooking food for 6 months. I could just go to the kitchen now and I can get myself whatever I want. And then when I want to shower, do you know what I do? I go to the bathroom and I take a shower. It's great. I don't have to fucking like try to find someone's house that I can go to and borrow their shower, which was like a whole fucking embarrassing experience every time. So yeah, I'm sorry I have not pumped out the updates as quickly as I'd hoped I'd be able to, but I've just been enjoying being alive for a little while. But like I said, I'm starting to get a little bit of a spark back for all of this, so more coming soon. This eyeliner is like, it shouldn't be this like tacky and crap so soon. Like I got it quite recently, but it's not cooperating and it's making my eyeliner go shitty. Oh, but yeah, I'm doing so much better right now than I have been in so long, because I feel like just the whole year it's been one thing after another, like, you know, like the whole housing situation and then just things with, I don't even know. There was like a whole thing after my, like just like very shortly after my birthday that had me like really fucking low for a while. Like I just got nothing done. I was just like a miserable wreck, but things finally feel nice. And I almost have all of my stuff back. That's a thing I did a few weeks ago. Went with a van and picked up the majority of stuff that my ex still had. All of that is like all the boxes of that now right now over in my fucking studio, and I know a lot of it is going to be stuff that I really don't need anymore, that I need to go through. There's going to be a lot of stuff to donate, probably some stuff to sell, stuff that almost certainly is just so useless that can probably be thrown out. Oh, but I don't have the energy to tackle that right now, so it's just all in boxes at my studio, and hopefully I will find the willpower to deal with that at some point. But yeah, I got all of that back, which has been like, you know, a thing, like this big fucking dark cloud over my head that... So I'm very happy to have that. The one and only thing that is left to get is my scooter. He still has that, and originally I was like, well, it's fine, I can just like get a taxi there and then drive it home. Although fucking taxi from Bangor to Lisburn, or maybe get someone to give me a lift would be a more sensible option. Yeah, I was just gonna like go get it and drive it home, but I forgot because it's just been sitting in that garage in fucking Polglass for like a year now. It needs, you know, taxed and MOT'd and insured and all of that stuff. Like none of that is being dealt with, so I cannot just hop on it and drive it home. So rather than trying to deal with all of that right this second, I think I am just going to get someone with a van, shove it in the back of the van, bring it here, and then I can deal with all of that nonsense at my own leisure. But once I get that, that's it. There's nothing left. There is nothing left tying me to that whole bullshit situation. Every last cord will be cut. Very happy to have that almost over and done with, thank fuck. It's like that is all I've wanted. This whole year is just not have anything left. Better. I wish I had grey lipstick, but I do not. I actually tried to buy some yesterday, but they didn't have any of the ones I wanted in stock, so cool toned brown that I might just use for now because I don't have any. What the fuck? This is new. I brought this with me to London, had it with me when I went out to Slimelight. After Slimelight, couldn't find it, did not seem to be in my makeup bag, was convinced that I dropped it or something. And I've just found it on my desk. I'm so confused. Okay, in that case, hang on. There we go. Problem solved, I guess. I do want to get a lighter grey lipstick than this though. Okay, so I think that's me done with my makeup, so I guess I will go try to get dressed. I have no idea what I want to wear, figure that out, and I'll be back. Okay, and this is me done and ready. I was gonna put on eyelashes and I couldn't find the ones I wanted, and I was like, do you know what? Can't be bothered. I remembered to put my piercings back in because I know every time I don't have my piercings in, people are like, what happened to your... I'm like, no, I still have it, it's just... Every now and again I like to not have anything. One thing I forgot to mention, like back when we were talking about house updates and all that, I do have a couple more of the housewarming gift unboxing videos filmed. I haven't got around to editing it. I think I tried to. The problem is I don't like how I look at them, and they're really, really long, which means I have to stare at something where I hate how I look for like hours on end, so it makes it really difficult to edit. But gonna get past it, gonna get those done for you guys as well, because that's been, I know, way too long, so working on that. But yeah, this is me done. So I hope you enjoyed today's chat. The most important thing, as always, If you want to support this channel and keep these videos coming, the best possible way to do that is Patreon. Speaking of which, because I started streaming again, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with the videos once the stream was done, because it gets saved as like a video. Because I don't want those clogging up my channel, because once I get back into the flow of things here, I want to be streaming a few times a week, and my channel would just be like live stream videos, which I really don't want. So I was just gonna leave it so that you can only watch while it's happening. After that, oh well. But what I've decided to do is I'm making all of those videos available for my Patreon supporters. That's like a nice happy middle ground. So they won't be listed on my channel for everyone, but if you support me on Patreon, you guys will be getting the links. I've already posted links to all of the ones that I did since coming back, so I think there's like 5 or 6 in there maybe. All of those have been posted to Patreon now, so if you already support, go find those. Or if you join today, you can now watch those at your leisure. Or if you just want to join to support me. I love you. I love the people who are already on there. I love the people who are going to join. I want to get your little faces and give you a little kiss on the forehead. Thank you so much for supporting me that way. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a little thumbs up and leave me a little comment. Let me know how you guys are doing. It's been a while since we've had a chat, so I can't wait to hear from you. And again, if you have any questions about the whole head tattoo thing, fire those down below and I will do my best to do a video on that for you. So that is me done until next time. I'll see you in the next video, lovelies. Goodbye!